Late summer vibes. You can feel it in the air, right? A lot of people go through kind of this deep depression late summer, say kids going back to school, or maybe if you're a teacher or anybody in the working world, maybe it means the end of summer hours and all that kind of stuff. But there's also this shift that happens late summer, moving into kind of the September, not quite fall yet, until fall, till more towards the end of September. But there's this shift that happens in between late summer and kind of the onset of fall and cooler weather and back to school vibes and all that kind of thing. And in this video, I'm going to give you kind of my seasonal forecast, I'll call it, from an elemental perspective. So here's a question for you, because I have been feeling extremely nostalgic lately, like missing old stuff, remembering old stuff, thinking back to, like, 10, 20 years ago, this happened, or this store is something that I used to do that I miss, and things just popping up into my world. I'll call it like the retro self. And maybe you're feeling this too, where you're feeling like super nostalgic lately. Well, this is actually for a good reason. It's not just out of nowhere, I believe, because right now, late summer, where are we? In the midst from a 5-element perspective. We're sitting in earth element right now. Earth element is associated, it corresponds to late summertime. So this is the time, maybe August, the hot and humid weather, but also a time where we kind of slow down a little bit from the vibrant, fiery energy of the height of summer, the height of yang, and we're starting to move a little more yin. Okay, so if you've been feeling nostalgic, think about this. Earth element has a lot to do with comfort and safety and nourishment, can be very attached to old things, attached to family, to just that feeling of comfort and groundedness. Maybe you're feeling heavy. Okay, the weather feels heavy, right? When it's humid out in August, for example, at least on the East Coast here, it's this heavy grounding, like this natural grounding that just happens organically. We don't even have to try. We're just eating more grounding foods, maybe stuff that grows, in the ground, carrots and squashes and things like that. We're moving into kind of that territory. But when we're moving from earth element into the next element, which is going to be metal element. And we're already moving and having that transition. It's not just like an overnight thing, because metal element has to do with what season? It's corresponding to August. Not August, to autumn and fall, okay? Spooky season, right? And we're not in fall yet, but there is this period of time when we're kind of like the in-between, where things are gradually shifting, and we can feel that. And this is why we may feel these certain emotions pop up, or we're feeling that retro self or nostalgic, or that we want to hold on to things to ground us, to, maybe things feel a little cluttered too. So let's get into, my friend, the metal element. Metal element, which is what we are moving, what we are shifting into. Completely different type of energy. Metal element has to do with change, transformation, self-worth, ideals, inspiration, but also this crisp, fresh air. New energy coming in, decluttering. It's all about letting go. Think of when the leaves fall on the trees, letting go, right? The trees are letting go of old stuff they no longer need, right? So the seasons can change. So completely different type of energy. And that's why when we're going through this kind of shift, it can feel uncomfortable, because it's like the earth in us, earth element, wants to still hold on to old stuff, hold on to clutter, hold on to comfort, hold on to the past, hold on to nostalgia. And the metal element is saying, no, we need to bring in fresh, new energy, new inspiration. We need to make room. We need to clear space. Metal element is about space, where earth can become cluttered. It can become heavy. It can bog you down sometimes if you're not careful, right? We've enjoyed the fruits of our labor. We've felt grounded and comforting, but now we're ready to take on new inspiring energy. And you can feel this literally in the air. We don't have to even think about it. Mother Nature does it for us. Meaning, say, you know, I always find, again on the East Coast, as soon as like Labor Day, as September rolls around, the weather just automatically gets cooler. And we've had a couple days like this where I've woken up and you just feel this crispness in the air, like this fresh air, cooler air. It almost feels like it's just like getting rid of some of that heaviness, right? But we're not quite there because it's like alternating, right? We're still having days that are hot, that are humid, and nature takes a while to you know, transition. So as we're moving into this, you can feel the calm, the crisp, the newness. But in order to apply this, in order to enhance this element in your life, you have to let go of old things. You have to let go of the clutter. You have to create new space to bring in that new inspiration. Metal element is tied to the lungs and the large intestine. So lungs, taking in fresh, clean air, breathing out toxic stuff, breathing out stuff that no longer serves you. Large intestine, letting go of toxins in your body, right? But also on a spiritual, symbolic level, letting go of things that are toxic to your system. Metal element has to do with alchemy. This transformation within yourself, not only in the seasons, but within yourself, so that you can create a new ideal. Metal element is about the future. That's why inspiration. What are your ideals and values? It's enhancing your self-worth, your values in life, and letting go of anything that is holding you back from that ideal future that you see for yourself. So 3 questions to ask yourself in this period of transition as we're moving into the metal element season. Number 1, what inspires you? Number 2, what can you let go of your life that still feels cluttered? And number 3, where do you want to be in your future? Now, these are all questions that you can just ask yourself silently, you can write them down, but just think about it as we're moving into this new season. This is going to help you really embrace the metal element within you, because again, it's about space, it's about newness, it's about embracing change and letting go. It's about purity and organizing your life. Again, releasing clutter. So I hope you found this forecast helpful. It's not really a forecast, it's just so much as an observation of what's going on around you in nature and how you can embrace that within yourself. Nature can be so symbolic if you want it to be. You know, it doesn't take much to look at, to compare yourself to what's going on outside, because you're not disconnected from it. We're all connected with it. We're all one with it. So on that note, hope you found this helpful. Let me know your comments below. Stay tuned for more videos on the 5 elements and all kinds of cool stuff. I put out new videos every single week for you. Truly, truly appreciate you watching and subscribing, sharing and liking and all that kind of stuff. I really, really do appreciate your support. And until next time, I will see you on the next video. Peace.